This is the most illegal roller coaster ever made. It was built by this guy Sammy, who's 18 years old and built it in his own backyard.
Built in New Jersey by 17-year-old Sammy Trachek.
But one day, New Jersey found out and told him to tear it down or else. He was left no choice but to tear down all his hard work, sweat, and tears. So I got in contact with him. Hello? What? How? Yo, Sam. He told me he secretly built a new one, but he won't send me any photos or videos and says the only way I could experience it is if I fly to New Jersey right now. My flight's about to depart, so perfect time. Bye. Alright, so I have 3 questions that I desperately need answers for by the end of this trip. First of all, who is this guy? I need to figure out whether he's a genius or just a psychopath. Second of all, I need to see what this roller coaster he built even looks like. Like, is this even safe for me to ride? And then lastly, I need to see if it's even gonna be a good ride. Was it worth all the trouble Sammy went through to build this coaster? I mean, how does this ride built by an 18-year-old in his backyard stack up against all the other roller coasters I've ridden across the world? Well, really across the states, but I've still ridden some really big ones.
Alright, dude, I'm excited.
I ain't got no game to kick at the bar to a girl with an awkward occurrence. So my talk with it turns to get I'm supposed to got game how absurd. I'm a lame, I'ma learn one day. But
hey, there he is! What's up? How's it going?
Long time no see.
I know, right? It's been forever, dude. Oh yeah, here's your food. And since this place only has paper straws, I got you like a lot of straws.
There's an extra one.
Yeah, there you go.
Bro, they break on me like all the time. You're gonna need them.
All right. Now that we got Sammy in our car,
hey guys.
we're heading over to Six Flags. This is where Sammy grew up.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's like my whole life.
That's crazy. So this is the park you grew up going to. It's where you fell in love with roller coasters. It has what some people call one of the best wooden roller coasters in the world.
The best wooden roller coaster.
This guy, and it has the world's tallest roller coaster in the world with King Dakar. See, but the whole time this drive, Sammy kept on talking about roller coasters.
Paper Trail, Squazzies, Formula Rosa.
He'd talk about any roller coaster other than the one he built in his backyard. So it started to make me think, was I getting scammed here? Is Sammy a genius roller coaster engineer? Or is he just a genius scam artist? So I had to ask, how did these rides stack up to the one you built in your backyard?
I think the one I built is a little bit crazier. These are close.
Close?
These are close.
While I was waiting for Six Flags to open, I wanted to ask him what inspired his roller coaster Shadow Stalker, what led to its unfortunate demise. Also, I could find out who Sammy really is and what his true motives are. So how did you get started with coaster building?
Back in 5th grade, we were doing some construction on my house. Just a couple wood pieces, a couple nails left over. So I built a ramp with like a step 2 kiddie car. And it worked. Every great story has a beginning, a middle, and end. That was the beginning.
Sammy, you built this thing at your childhood home?
Yeah. Hello. I'm actually gonna take you guys to the garage first and see.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, guys. So this is my workshop side. This is where the magic happens. A little messy right now. Let's pull some things out.
And when Sammy took me into his garage, I was kind of overwhelmed. To start, this is his workbench, and it's where he's built 3 roller coasters from the age of 14 all the way to now. And he has everything in here. What is this?
This is a piece of the topper track with the plate ramp. It's a topper track. Those are your 3 layers on top. Let's pick 2 of these. Boom, that's what it looks like. That's how thick it was. You can't have roller coaster track without roller coaster wheels, right?
Yeah, you have wheels?
There.
You have so many wheels.
That's not even all of them. That's just a few of them. These are greasy, so I'm not gonna have you touch them.
You're not gonna let me touch them?
Do you want to touch it?
I want
really greasy.
Yeah, I'm gonna grease on my hand. This is how the wheels would run on the coaster. That is insane. He has his whole workshop right back here. I mean, there's like table saws, there's the wheels right over there. You have the whole ride vehicle just sitting here in your garage.
Yeah, this is Gerald. He's our test dummy. He did great on site when we were testing with him. The only problem is he was a little quiet when we were asking for feedback, but otherwise he did a great job. This catch, it was pretty much, there was like 2 rails right here that this would run through. You get off at the bottom and then they just pull it right back up the top.
Would I be able to sit in the seat?
Probably. Yeah, those wheels are actually still sitting on original transfer track, so hopefully it's all good.
He has a full functioning seatbelt on this thing.
Make sure to tighten it. Safety first, last, then always.
It locks.
Yeah.
What?
It's not a lap bar, it doesn't lock.
Sammy, I need a ride operator.
You need a ride operator?
Yeah.
Maybe another time.
That's amazing. Sammy quickly showed me he wasn't just a kid playing around in his backyard with his friends. He had real knowledge on roller coaster design and what made these rides safe, followed the proper rules and precautions to ensure its safety, and built something in his backyard that was quality-wise on par with stuff you see at major amusement parks. Are there any rides here in this park that have directly inspired your coasters?
Oh, I mean, I've always loved El Toro, but even before El Toro, when you had Rolling Thunder here, that was one of my first childhood roller coasters. The wooden coaster has really impacted my life because it's one of the first ones I've been on. But a wooden roller coaster, it has character. You can feel the effort that's been put into it. You can feel the grooves in it just because it's a living and breathing product. All right, so this is where it was.
So out of this entire pile of wood, there's one that catches my eye. It's the one right behind me.
So this was the bumper at the top. That's what stopped it.
So this stopped the ride when it reached the highest point, or the spike, at the end of the ride.
Yeah, there's actually signs on it too. One of them said, get out, turn back, and then the other one said dead end.
How does the wheel stop the roller coaster?
It's just a bumper.
Oh, no way.
It acts as a bumper.
That is...
You want to see another cool piece of wood?
Sure.
It's a full track piece.
Okay, so you bent this wood so that it can make the curves of the roller coaster.
Yeah, you see how it's still curving. Obviously, it's a little broken.
That's crazy.
You see how it's still curving? Pretty much you can bend it like...
And so that's what the roller coaster has ran on.
It's a lot of behind the scenes work. So you see the entrance is right over here. The only thing left.
Can you tell me just the story of what happened with Shadow Stalker?
Certain things can be allowed in a backyard, and there's certain things that are on the line. You can have a play structure in a backyard, just like with a slide and swings and stuff. That's fine. Now a zip line is where that's on the line. But when you have something like a roller coaster where it's even bigger than a zip line is, people see it, they may not like it as much. So it's just the unfortunate truth of they're scared. And it's okay.
So before we go ride some coasters, what do you think my favorite ride here is gonna be?
What's your favorite ride right now?
It's the Voyage over at Holiday World.
Then El Toro.
All right, I guess we'll see. It's not gonna be your new coaster?
Who said there was a new coaster?
Good morning.
Is it hard for you to get up this morning?
Oh yeah, I didn't even hear my alarm. When I texted you first was when I woke up.
So right now starts a 2-hour and 30-minute journey to an undisclosed location to go ride this secret roller coaster. It's like 6 in the morning right now. I'm running on like 3-4 hours of sleep. How are you guys feeling?
Tired.
So we should be there by 9, and I'm just so excited to see what this thing finally looks like, as well as how does it stack up to other roller coasters I've ridden. We rode a whole bunch last night. How does it stack up? Even though El Toro was totally mid. If this thing is anything like El Toro, I'm gonna be disappointed.
This guy.
Height of 160 feet, max speed 58 miles per hour. Length
Sammy.
2,000.
Yeah.
Why are you watching my videos? I can't even see it.
I promise you it exists. You can't see it, but it does exist.
Dude, this thing is awesome.
That would take like 5 minutes.
Guess I finally have to show it off, don't I?
Yeah.
This is the all-new roller coaster, Expedition Equinox.
This is what you've been hiding from me this whole time.
Yeah, pretty much.
This roller coaster is no joke. It's completely made out of wood, has a 12-foot drop, and the steepness of the drop is 68 degrees. On top of that, there's 2 airtime moments, and the ride finishes on a spike. But as much as I was in awe, I was also pretty scared. Getting a closer look at this thing, I saw there was no lap bar. All that there is to hold you in is a seatbelt. Sammy claims it's safe, but I needed to get to the bottom of this and find out what their safety precautions are, because I'm starting to get a little scared.
Have you cycled it today?
No.
What needs to happen for you guys to have a successful test run?
Check the track alignment transition, test safety restraints, emergency stop button to ensure the train safety systems are operational. Verify clear display, off-ride rules, safety instructions. Definitely not just reading from the manual. I have this all memorized, don't worry. A lot goes into it, but it's also definitely worth it because this ride has been a ton of fun to build and also ride, so.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
That is a lot that goes into this coaster that you guys just built right here in the middle of the woods. I didn't travel all this way to chicken out right at the end. That way I could answer my final question. How does this ride stack up to other roller coasters? This is legit. We have straight up operations here. I feel like I'm at a real theme park.
That's good, that's what we want.
Now, Sammy, I've spent a lot of time with you. I know you're a really smart guy. I trust you. Can you promise me that this is safe?
I can indeed promise you that you're gonna have a fun ride.
All right. I guess here goes nothing, right?
Yeah. Visual scan.
Woo. Whoa.
Oh my.
Whoa.
Alright, here you go. Is it our turn yet?
Dude, you just have to ride it. Go get on it.
Horse is clear, ready for dispatch.
Okay, that was actually like, that was fun. That was amazing. This airtime right here was amazing.
Yeah,
like
ridiculous,
amazing.
Sammy, I can only imagine you're incredibly proud of yourself for making this, right?
Oh, I think this is one of the best coasters I've made. I made 3, so it's kind of hard to say. It's like picking children, like you can't.
I remember you telling me at the Great Adventure parking lot, you said,
every great story has a beginning, a middle, and end.
where do you think Equinox lands for you in your story of building coasters?
It's only the beginning.
And after riding Expedition Equinox the entire drive home, I was plagued with the question, how does this stack up to other roller coasters I've ridden? Well, first I had to drop off Sammy at his place. Sammy,
It was real. Thank you for coming out.
thank you. Thank you for having me, man. That was awesome.
No, it's my pleasure. I appreciate you guys coming up here.
But see, as I got back to my hotel, put on my pajamas, which happened to be the shirt of one of my favorite roller coasters in the world, I couldn't help but stop thinking, how does Equinox really stack up to some of these rides? But as someone who's ridden over 100 roller coasters across the country, some of which people consider to be the very best roller coasters in the world, it's really hard to compare Equinox to anything I've experienced. I'll start by saying Equinox surprised me in every aspect. The ride is so much taller than I thought it would. That drop is so steep. At 68 degrees, you can't really process how steep it is until you're halfway down. And then you're getting thrown into 2 violent airtime moments. Once you're at the top of that spike, it feels like time stops for a moment, and then you go backwards. But it's not even fair to say this competes with massive roller coasters like the ones we rode at Six Flags. With that said, I got just as much of a thrill off of Expedition Equinox as I did with the coasters at Six Flags. The only difference being Expedition Equinox was built by Sammy, while the multi-million-dollar rides at Six Flags were built by entire teams of people planned out for years, and theme park industry professionals behind them, while Sammy is just a teenager with a dream. And that alone is incredibly impressive. So I can't wait to see what Sammy builds next. Whoa.